Topping our morning rush, police say the search for the suspect in a stabbing spree in Albuquerque is over, with the man now sitting in jail. Police believe the suspect used a steak knife on all four of his victims. The youngest is 16 years old and still in the hospital this morning. Police say they found the suspect near Cruces and Central at 5 o'clock yesterday. His name has not been released. One person is dead this morning following another weekend shooting in Albuquerque. Police say this happened at Trumbull and Dallas near Southern. We're still waiting to learn more details about the shooting and the identity of the person who died. Of course, we'll update you as we learn more details right here on KRQE News 13. The search for the man who disappeared from a hospital after leading police on a chase is over this morning. According to booking records, 25-year-old Joshua Lopez was arrested on Friday afternoon in Las Cruces, a month after his disappearance. Lopez and Miles Luciano are accused of trying to steal an air conditioner from Lowe's, then run from police. Erica.
And here's a look at our school day forecast. Temperatures are in the low 60s, so fairly comfortable today. Some of the kiddos may need a light sweater. And by this afternoon, we're going to be warm with a slight chance for a shower or storm.
On to somber news for you now. The Las Cruces community is mourning the loss of one of their high school football players. 17-year-old Oregon Mountain football captain Abraham Romero died on Saturday night after spending weeks in the hospital. Oregon Mountain High School posting to Facebook saying he went peacefully with his mom by his side. A GoFundMe account is now set up to help his family. The Dexter community also processing the sudden loss of one of their football players. Senior Justice Sanders died in a car crash on Friday night. Wyatt Garner, the driver of that car, suffered serious injuries. Yesterday, Dexter High School students hosted a car wash and bake sale to raise money for his family. 3 people are dead this morning after an overnight crash in Roswell. It happened just before 2:30 in the morning on Sunday on North Main Street near Linda Vista Boulevard. Police say there were 2 men and a woman involved in the 2-vehicle crash. We're still waiting to learn more details about what led up to the crash and the identities of those involved. Erica.
And our threat index today is going to be moderate. We will see some storms across the state with a chance for burn scar flooding in the Sacramento mountains.
The eyes of the world are on Britain this morning as the nation says their last goodbye to Queen Elizabeth II. The royal family invited 500 world leaders. Tens of thousands of mourners lined the procession route, and millions more are expected to watch on television. 10 days of national mourning will come to an end when the monarch is laid to rest in a private ceremony at St. George's Chapel. That's right alongside her late husband, Prince Philip. More than 1 million people are waking up in the dark this morning in Puerto Rico after Hurricane Fiona slammed into that territory. The Category 1 storm made landfall yesterday, triggering landslides and floods that ripped apart roads and homes. This morning, Puerto Rico is under a state of emergency declared by President Biden. This morning, much of Alaska digging out from one of the most powerful storms to hit that state in recent history. The governor declaring a state of disaster after the remnants of Typhoon Merbuk caused unprecedented flooding. The governor also urging residents to shelter in place and to find higher ground with more flooding expected later on today. Erica.
All right, let's get a check on traffic. The traffic maps are showing a bit of a slowdown on I-25 north near Lead and Coal due to closures at those exits. And Tracker is going east on I-40, and everything looks to be moving along.
And finally, this morning rush. Last week we told you about a New Mexico pumpkin weighing in at more than 500 pounds. This pumpkin, though, in Vermont easily surpasses that. The Vermont Giant Pumpkin Growers Association held their annual weigh-off on Saturday. The champion came in at 2,359.5 pounds, owned by Barry LeBlanc of Merrimack, New Hampshire.
Time now for the 5 facts. At number 5, some locals had the opportunity to partake in a New Mexico tradition, painting lowriders. The class was a Blast Factory Paintworks in northeast Albuquerque. Students learned how to create custom patterns and how to blend the paints to create the iconic look. The teacher says they get students from all over the United States. Vanderslice has been doing custom paint jobs on lowriders for 30 years. He started the class to give people a hands-on learning experience.
On to number 4 now. Happening today, Albuquerque's redistricting process that's taken years could come to an end. City Council was originally set for final action on the new map on the 8th. However, councilors decided to push back that meeting to allow for public comment. Councilors are tasked with adjusting boundaries every 10 years after the census based on population changes.
And at number 3, we are going to see some storms across the state today, most of those in southern and western New Mexico and taking place over the mountain terrain. But we could see a couple of showers or storms making their way into the valley. Far eastern New Mexico does look the driest.
On to number 2 now. The Las Cruces community is mourning the loss of one of their high school football players. 17-year-old Oregon Mountain football captain Abraham Romero died on Saturday night after spending weeks in the hospital. Oregon Mountain High School posted the news on Facebook, saying that he went peacefully with his mom by his side. Las Cruces schools, including rivalry schools, have also been working to raise money for the family. We do have a link to their GoFundMe account if you'd like to help them out this morning. Just go to our website. That is always on KRQE.com. And finally, number one for you this morning, a man is waking up in jail after Albuquerque police believe he's responsible for at least 4 stabbings in downtown over the weekend. Police believe the suspect used a steak knife on all 4 of his victims. APD says the first stabbing happened on 1st Street near I-40. Then a woman was stabbed in the neck near 1st and Central while sitting in her car. The next victim, a 16-year-old boy, was picked up near 5th and Central. APD says he wasn't stabbed at that location, but he showed up there to call police. A 4th victim was then located a few miles up on Central near 52nd Street. Police found the suspect near Cruces and Central at 5 o'clock yesterday. His name has yet to be released. All 3 of the victims are out of the hospital. The 16-year-old victim, though, is still in the hospital, listed as critical.